Hello, good evening, everybody. Right, hope we're all well today, guys. I just sorting my microphone wire out. Right, let's have it. Let's do something. Hope you're all well today, everybody. Right, let's get the timetable up then before three prats and well, their devices start chipping in with some stupidity on my right-hand side. So here we go. Let's go with the timetable then. We've got. Point proven, Jam. We've got the Ducatis. Will be first up then for this one. Then they go with their qualifying at 7:30, maybe a little bit sooner than that. Then we've got the Superbikes for FP3 and then qualifying for 15 minutes. Then the Super Sports will go for their qualifying for 15 minutes. And then we've got the Ducatis. They're going for their first race. That'll be 6 laps, not 8 laps. We're going to alter that to 6 laps for the Ducatis a little bit later on. And then we've got the Super Bikes will go for 10 laps for the first race of the weekend. And I can tell you now, ladies and gents, that is going to be an absolute cracker. Cannot wait for that one. Right, whilst we are being very serious and professional, like always, just like to give a big thank you to our title sponsor for the Superbike class, Exact Moves. For all your business moves, removals, etc., check out exactmoves.co.www. Yep, that one. Just go check out Exact Moves, basically. That's all I had to say. Right. Are we ready for a Season 2 calendar? I think we may have forgotten it, but let's give you a refresher. So this is what Season 2's calendar looks like. We've not got the testing in there, but we'll gloss over that and we'll keep you updated when we can. So there's all the dates. I'll just keep them on screen for a moment. We've got Alton Park to begin with. Then we go to Brands Indy, then Stetson, Cadwell, Donington, Brands, Stetson. Cadwell again, then we go Donington. Then we go to Valencia on the short circuit. And then we go to Alton Park and Brands Hatch will round out the season. And it will be a Super Pole round. As you can see, the final 3 rounds are a triple header. So they're back to back to back. It's going to be rather busy for BSEC Season 2. Looks a very good calendar that I've ready for. I'm just ready for it now, to be honest. But what have we got coming up next few weeks? We've got a lot coming up, ladies and gents, in the next few weeks. These are 2 of our biggest events that we've got coming up. We've got the Ulster Grand Prix starting next week, Monday, Wednesday and Thursday. We've got 4 classes, the Maltese Superbike class, the R5L Super Stock. We've got the Flights of Hinckley Super Sport and the Jude Harvey Foundation 250 class will be going at the Ulster Grand Prix. And then a week after, we've got our first charity stream of the year. We are doing our first charity stream will be for Mind, the mental health charity, because mental health has really hit home with me quite a few occasions and still gets me every now and then, and I feel like mental health is something that we need to be a bit more open about and discuss more in the Discord. I know my community is absolutely fantastic at supporting each other. We've got a great community and I think it's okay to talk, and you've just got to be open with people sometimes. You've just got to be open and share your feelings. But that is what we're going to be doing there, and we're going to have some 250s in there. We're going to have an endurance, so I feel like that's good. Keep but I've not got my words right here, I swear to God. So yes, there we are. Test the mind, and yeah. There we go. Right, okay. So before I make a mistake of something else, let's do something. I don't know what we're going to do here. I tell you what, let's go for the Ducati Championship. Let's get that up on screen, ladies and gents. Because this is the first session tonight. We've got the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. This is the championship standings that are coming into this round. 2 races for these guys this weekend. Connor's already wrapped the title up. He wrapped that up at Cadwell, I think. It was about 4 rounds to go. It was ridiculous. And then we've got 28 points covering 6 riders. So there we go. It's going to be pretty close. Really looking forward to the Ducatis this weekend. Now, you're also going to see, ladies and gents, hello, back again. You're also going to see a new graphic. Yes, Jordan, I know you race it. You see, Jordan, he's just raring to go, bless him. He's just raring to go. We will get going very, very shortly. So, right, yes, don't know what I was saying. I've lost my train of thought. No idea. Oh, yes, new graphic. So, I thought today we're going to try and keep these streams fresh. Let's keep some fresh content going on. And yeah, you will see some fresh content as we get going with this one. But I'm going to shut up and actually get the intro on because it's time for some action, ladies and gents. Are we ready? Of course we are. It's the penultimate day of the season. Let's all cry. And let's go with the SDPG Academy Monster 1200 Cup qualifying is on the way next. Right then, here we are, ladies and gents. We're at a very moist Brands Hatch, and here we go. Here's a new graphic for you. This is what we've got. So, top 3 predictions then for this qualifying session. We've got Connor on pole, ahead of George, with Adam rounding out the front row. That is my prediction coming into tonight's action. Let's see if I'm going to be right. No, never usually. Right, so let's take that off the screen. Like that. Lovely. And away we go. Right then. It is very damp here at Brands Hatch. I think they said Dynington then. That's completely the other end of the country. So all the sessions tonight are going to be slightly moist because it has absolute... Yep. It's thrown it down here where I am in the country. And that's what we do. We base the weather off real life at where I am in the country. Which I'm not going to sort of share with you guys because I don't want the paps at my door. I would like to be able to go out and not sign autographs. So there we are. Okay, let's get this one underway then. We've got George on screen, ladies and gents, number 93. Had a really good season as George in both the Ducatis, even though he hasn't done much in the Ducatis, and the Super Sport. So we'll see whether George can have a good final round here. He's had a few issues getting into the sessions, but once he's in, no, don't say that. We'll move on. But yes, so see George now down Dingle Dell and in towards the Sheen curve then on the number 93. Look at that, using all the road straight away through the Sheen curve now in towards Stirling's 106.5 through sector 3 of the lap on the power and down towards the Clark curve then goes George. Now you will have seen, obviously, we have 2 races for the Ducatis. Qualifying will only determine the grid for tomorrow's race. The race later on has already been determined at Alton Park because the race later on is the postponed race from Alton. So we'll see how these riders get on then when we go racing a little bit later on. But in the meantime, we've got George topping the times ahead of Jordan, 129.1 versus 129.4. Everyone else is just out on circuit at the moment. Let's see who's close to be completing a lap. Connor, the number 1, your champion of this class then, through the Clark curve on the power. Nicely done, using pretty much all the road. That's what we like to see. Oh, it's down towards the line then. And over the line for Connor, 130.9, straight off the bat. So, building into the session, that's what you've got to do in these wet conditions. Just get a feel for the track conditions and how the bike is feeling. And that, I think, is probably the most sensible thing to do. As Adam now goes onto the front row, 130.577 for that number 77. As up towards Druids he goes. And you go off on another lap. That's alright, Scott. No worries at all, mate. No problem at all. Into the Clark curve then goes Scott as he gets on the power now. Got to be careful here. Obviously, in the wet conditions, very easy to lose the rear. Might just spin out there. But Scott's negotiating that very well. As over the line he goes and goes P3, 129.9. As Liam now goes second on a 129.419. Just narrowly takes that P2 away from Jordan. And the rider left to set a lap time is Charlie on this one as he goes down towards the Clark curve now. Look at that, fully tucked in behind the screen through the Clark curve then on the power. Jordan's gone even faster, 128.926. Jordan now up to P2 on 129.227. Here comes Charlie flying over the line. There's 130.076. So all riders have set their first lap times. Who's that coming up towards the line there? It is Connor through the Clark curve. He now goes on the power. Oh, just gave the bike all out of shape then as he drives towards the line now. Let's see what this lap time will be for the number 1 on 129.472. Getting quicker with every lap. Goes up to the head of row number 2. Let's have a look now at the number 44 machine of Liam on the APR Racing Ducati, even though they're all on Ducatis, never mind. Through Sheen curve in towards Stirling's now. 3/10 up for the number 44 as he gets now just behind Scotty Too Hotty as they go down towards the Clark curve. Nicely negotiated. Yeah, that's good. Using a lot of the road there was Liam. Not too much and just enough. That was pretty well negotiated. Right, let's see if Scott moves up the order. He does, goes up to P4. Liam narrowly misses out on P2 with that lap. So the riders looks like the track's getting quicker with each lap that they're doing. Obviously the rain is just not stopping. Oh dearie me. There we go. And then drop the controller. Fabulous. Right, so the only rider into the 128 bracket. Oh hello. Oh dear. It's the dreaded L word. Right, we have got protocols in place for this, ladies and gents. I'm sure you're all aware of by now. Okay, looks to just look like we had a bit of a spike there in lag. That is not good. George has got even faster, 128.568 for the number 93, currently sat in provisional pole position. Jordan's having a really good run here in P2, about half a second off. George has done a blistering lap time there on the number 93 machine. Down towards Hawthorne he now goes. Anyone close to completing the lap? I think Jordan was just starting one there. Connor's gone over the line. No improvement for him either. So maybe not favouring the wet conditions is Connor. Oh, I tell you what, gets that all out of shape into Druids. Takes a rather unique line, but keeps it out of the barrier. Fair play. Fair play to Connor on that one. He's a champion for a reason, isn't he? That's part of it. Right, as we get Adam now down towards the Clark curve. What time is it on? 129.848 for the number 77. Nicely done. Yep, picked that up very well. So he's about 1.3 off George's best time. Let's get Adam over the line now. Goes on to the front row. 129.189 for Adam. Fantastic lap for the number 77. Coming up next, ladies and gents, is, of course, the SDPG British Superbikes in association with Exact Moves. Free Practice 3. That is going to be an absolute barnstorm. I can't wait for that one to get underway. And it's good, actually. We're coming to the final round. We've got 2 championships wrapped up, 2 left to play for. We've got the main Superbike Championship and the Pathway title to get wrapped up, which the Pathway could get wrapped up this evening. We will tell you a bit more about that when we get into Superbikes. But there's a fight going on for P2 in the Ducatis between 6 riders. Yeah, place your bets. That's all I'm saying, because this is going to be a cracking couple of races to watch. These guys will go with their first race a little bit later on this evening and down in towards Hawthorne. Then goes Liam. Nice, looked very good there, just a little bit wider than you would like, but he's got through there safely in towards Westfield now for the number 44. Looks like we've had an improvement from Jordan. We have indeed. 128.653, narrowly missing out on provisional pole position for Jordan there. Into Sterling's then goes Liam, 0.3 off. Don't think there's going to be an improvement on this lap. Adam now down towards the into Hawthorne then. He goes. Nicely done on the power and across towards Westfield then. These conditions are awful for the riders, but they're doing a great job out there. So 2 riders in the 128 bracket at the moment. Adam's not too far behind. Liam isn't too far behind Adam. It's just very close, really. Just very close. Our wet weather expert, Charlie, is in the box making some alterations. Keep an eye out for him when we go with Superbikes a little bit later on. Yeah, he's my dark horse for the evening, Charlie. And I know he won't let me down. As someone tips off there at Hawthorne. Couldn't quite see who that was. I think that was Scotty Too Hotty that has tipped off. Here's Ducati. Down through Dingledale, up towards the Sheen curve then for George. Looking very good at the moment. It's George. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, that is good presence of mind from George. Got a little bit wrong on the grass, sat the bike up instead of trying to commit. And took in the front. He saved himself about 10,000 euros in crash damage. Go on, George. I like your thinking there, sunshine. Right, so Jordan over the line. What's he done? No improvement on that lap for the number 23. Connor now up to third on a 129.053 for the number 1. Still got to try and find half a second. He has got 6 minutes to do it, though, so he's got plenty of time. Maybe get another 3 or 4 laps in, maybe. That's down towards the Clark curve he goes now. And into the Clark curve then for the number 1 APR racing machine. We'll keep an eye on his progress. And we've got Liam, Scott and Charlie all in the pit. So we've got just 4 riders circulating at the moment. Through Westfield then on the power. For Adam, down through Dingledale. And up into, the Sheen curve. Fair play. I thought there was a crashing coming there for Adam. But he's not lost too much time there, so this could be, if he can absolutely nail this final sector. Got Scotty Too Hotty just up ahead of him, down towards the Clark curve. Then he might just get dragged along towards the line, down through the dip of Clearways and up the other side and down towards the line. Let's see whether Adam improves on this one. Over the line he goes. Doesn't improve on that lap for the number 77. Well, he's still got a bit of time. Got 5 minutes to try and get a better lap time. George there keeping out the way of Liam as both riders now come out of the pits. Let's get Scott now down towards Graham Hill Bend. First sector time about to pop up on your screens. 3/10 up for Scotty Too Hotty. Let's have a look. So that will put him maybe ahead of row 2 if he can keep this lap going for the number 5. Round Surtees then, and on the power for Scotty Too Hotty then. Nice and onto the Grand Prix circuit he now goes with Adam in tow. We'll try and get both their sector times. It's going to be difficult. Scott is 3/10 up, and we didn't get Adam's time there. Just not fast enough. Oh, Scott there runs a bit wide through Hawthorns and down in towards Westfield then. Nicely negotiated. Oh, just maybe a little bit wide. Adam's not dropped it. Sorry, Adam has not lost time to Scott. They were right on board with the number 77 machine. Oh, Scott there makes a mistake and has pulled out of that lap. I tell you what, Adam's on a good lap here. Half a second up. This may see him go P2 for the number 77 machine down into the final corner, the Clark curve. Negotiated that well on the power then. Oh, Adam takes a nice tight line. Fantastic stuff. Where's this going to put the number 77? Over the line he goes. He goes third, ladies and gents. 128.839 and tips off at Paddock Hill Bend. Front row for Adam at the moment. Your champion struggling a little bit here in P4. Oh, I tell you what, now he's down on the deck. He's tips off there at Hawthorn, does Connor. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. His teammate Liam heads up towards the line now. Past our commentary point and over the line he goes. No improvement in position. I don't think improvement in time either. Right, Scotty Too Hotty now in 2. Surtees, Charlie still in the box. Oh, look at that. Scott using all the road there as he goes down towards Hawthorn then. Again, 3/10 up, so Scott can just keep his composure here. It could be, well, you'll see him jump one position. I do agree, Dylan's, look at that. SDPG detective is our Dill. He's spotted that Jordan is doing very well, and so he is. It's typical Jordan, really. Just goes under the radar. We do need to start mentioning him a bit more because he's very, very talented, Jordan. Oh, look at this from Scotty Too Hotty. 6/10 up at the moment. Just runs a bit wide there at Sterling's. This could see him onto the front row, actually, with just over 2 minutes remaining of this qualifying session for the Ducatis through Clark curve on the power. Oh, first Scott, he's using the curve of the white line. Here we go then, up towards the line. What's the time going to be? Up the line he goes. Goes fourth, head of row 2. Not far behind Adam there. Oh, this is going to be a close end to this session. Your champion, ladies and gents, in a bit of bother here. Down in P5, middle of row number 2. He will start the race later on today on pole position. A reminder, ladies and gents, the qualifying session. This qualifying session determines the grid position for tomorrow's race. The race later on today, the grid has already been decided at Alton Park. Riders, if you weren't in that event, you can still take part. You'll just be at the back of the grid. There we go. And George is improving on this lap. Half a tenth up through Sterling's there. Got to use the curb as a bit of a berm. And down towards the final corner then into towards the Clark curve he goes. You can't miss George, actually. That is a lovely looking bike, but you certainly can't miss him. As through the Clark curve and clearway section now for the number 93 machine. Is he going to extend his gap at the top? He does indeed. 128.490 for George. Goes just shy of 2/10 up. Right, let's have a look at Jordan here. We're not seeing much from this session. Through Sheen curve. That was a great line from Jordan. Oh, I thought we were going to see a green sector then. Just shy of a minute remaining then of the first session of the night then. Down towards the Clark curve for Jordan. This, if he can absolutely nail this final corner, he could improve on his lap time. As through the Clark curve and up towards the line then goes Jordan. see if there's any improvement. Don't think there was on that lap. I think that will be a session. We might not get enough time to complete another lap. We'll keep an eye on that one. Well, at the moment, your front row is George, Jordan and Adam, with Scott, oh dear me, Connor and Liam will be on row 2, and then Charlie and the rest will round out the order. And checkered flag is about to come out then for the first session of the night. And checkered flag does indeed come out then for the Ducatis. Well, it is George that will be on pole position ahead of Jordan. Connor has nicked it at the death, takes P3 and will be on that front row. Then we'll have Adam, we'll keep an eye on that because he's on a lap. Scott and Liam with Charlie and the rest rounding out the order. So let's keep an eye on Adam then in towards the final corner. Through the Clark curve. Let's see what Adam can do here. I've not seen his sector times. And over the line then for Adam. He went third at the end. Adam takes the front row and snatches it away from Connor on the final lap. Well, that's just ridiculous, isn't it, really? The top 5 covered by less than 4 tenths. SDPG is really not competitive, is it? I beg to differ. Right. Let's make sure that screenshot's safe. So, George, Jordan and Adam, your front row. Got 2 of them, right? Then we've got Connor, Scott and Liam on row number 2 with Charlie and everyone else rounding out the order. Fantastic stuff from the Ducati. That was a very good session, actually. The riders seemed to just get gradually quicker over that session. The track conditions certainly came to them at a good time. Right, let's get the light on then so we can see what the hell we're doing. Apologies for the mess of the background, ladies and gents. Right, okie dokie. Are we ready? Are we ready? It's time for some Superbikes. It is time for some Superbike action. I've got a Ted joke. Yes, I said that we're all thirsty for some jokes from Ted. If you want me to read that one out, just let me know, and we can sort that. We can negotiate terms, people. We can negotiate terms. Oh, I've just seen out the corner of my eye, ladies and gents. I think we've got an injury to Super Ted. Maybe he fell up the stairs, getting to the pit box, or fell down the stairs. You never know. May have sprained his wrist. He's all taped up, bless him. Right, don't say that again. Right, Superbikes, your lobby is now up. Get yourselves in, and let's see how this one... Look, he's always first in as Yorkshire's top rack, isn't he? He's thirsty. He's keen. He's keen, optimistic, and brave. No worries, Mason. No problem at all, buddy. Right. We've got 3 people. Love that. Right, let's actually get... There we go. Right, everyone wants to hear Ted's joke. I tell you what, I've got to build myself up for this one. I did it last night. I'm gonna have to do it again. I just can't. I need to stop laughing at it first because it's so bad but so brilliant at the same time. It's just fantastic. I swear Ted's a dad. I swear he's got kids somewhere because these jokes are just so dad joke-ish. But we like them. We like them, Ted. Get them comments on. Right, 10 minutes. I'm chucking my pen. 10 minutes then for the... Yes! Perfect, Charlie. Fantastic stuff. So we'll get into the championship situation when we get going with this session in a matter of moments. I don't see Brett. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Right, okay, let's see. Has Jamie got an excuse coming in here? Fair play, Jamie. Well, I like that. That is ultimate commitment to both. We like that. Isaac's jumped in the wrong session. Isaac, you're in the wrong session, mate. We'll give him a minute. Right, so we've got 7 peeps. So, tell you what, we've got quite a few nations here. We've got an Italian. He's fake, but, you know, we'll gloss over that. We've got plenty of Brits. We've got Northern Irishmen, and we've got... Yeah. Look at this. We are an international field. Right, Isaac's not leaving, so... There we go. Right, okie dokie. Let's get into the session then. We've got 10 minutes of SDPG British Superbikes in association. Oh, okay, he may have to join for qualifying, chaps. He may have to join for qualifying because we just gotta go. We got things to do, man. Right, never do that again, James. Right, it's time for SDPG British Superbikes in association with Exact Moves. FP3 is on the way next. Here we are then, ladies and gents. It is time for FP3 for the Superbike runners. As we got a crash there for Aaron already on the Exact Moves Kawasaki. There we go. On screen now is your... Oh, we've lost Aaron from this one then. Maybe a technical issue with the Kawasaki. Here we go then, ladies and gents. This is FP3. We've got Jan on your screens. Now let's see what Jan can do. As you can see on your screen now, ladies and gents, those are the three title fighters. Ted, Dylan and Brett are your three title fighters. No Brett at the moment. Whether he's going to turn up later on, I don't know. But we will see what happens later on. But let's get rid of that then. Lovely stuff. Right, let's get Jan through the Sheen curve. There's a bit of grass track, a bit of motocross, and a new helmet design for Jan this weekend. If you can't make out what's on top of his helmet, it is a pizza, because of course he's Italiano. I'm not going to do any swearing in Italian, even though I do know some words, courtesy of Ted actually earlier on. We will have a look at all these riders. Obviously Jan's had a pretty good season, struggled to get into a few events at the start of the campaign, but is now in with us at every round. Oh, I tell you what, he's topped the front there. That's a high-speed crash leading for BMW machine. As we get Adam now up towards the line. 133.5 for Adam on that opening lap. Right, Yorkshire's top right then. The rider that is probably, well, he's in a hot spot for the title at the moment. Ted's gone fastest. Right, well, since Ted's gone fastest, let's get a quote up from Super Ted. We spoke to Ted before the weekend, and this is what he had to say to us before we came into this one there. It's got to take nothing short of a miracle to take the championship title, but I am there and ready to fight. Thank you to everyone for the support this season and to our fantastic sponsors. There you are, that's what Ted had to say before this one. Very professional is our Super Ted, backed by Ted Bull this weekend, not Red Bull, Ted Bull. Yes, you heard that correctly. It's a new flavour of Red Bull. I think Ted's actually taken over. He's 3/10 up on this lap, so he clearly had enough of those energy drinks before stepping out onto the machine. Yes, Ted's very professional when we speak to him. Shame when we're away from SDPG, he can be a little bit of a noggin, a little bit of a loose cannon after a few vodka and Ted Bulls. See what I did there? But yes, I'm not going to say that again. Right, let's get Ted now through the Sheen curve. Still 3.5 tenths up on this lap. This is the Malted R5L rider. Jamie's gone top, 126.555. Down towards the Clark curve there for Super Ted. Charlie in P3 at the moment. We'll talk about Charlie in just a second. Down through the Clark curve, up towards the line then. And over the line for Ted. He goes top, 126.206 for the Super 1. Dylan now up to P2. Oh no, 126.473 for the CS Autos Ducati rider, and that's perfect timing. Oh dear, we've got some lag. Oh dear. I'll just leave that on screen, ladies and gents. We should be okay now. Looks like I just had another spike again. Typical stuff. Yes, there we go. This is what Dylan had to say. At this stage, I was not expected to be leading the championship. Leaving the CS Autos team at the end of the season was a tough decision, but moving on to new ventures is always exciting. Yes, this is Dylan's final weekend on the CS Autos Ducati. Certainly for now, whether that will be the case in the future, we don't know. I do think so, actually. I think if you're part of SDPG, you get a special discount, mate. I believe so. So we'll have a chat with Ted, actually. I'll get some more info from him after tonight's proceedings. Right, let's have a chat then about the pathway scrap. We've got our 3 pathway riders in 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment. Adam's doing the best at the moment at 127.106. But the title could be wrapped up, ladies and gents, tonight by this young man on your screens. Charlie then, the SDPG Racing Honda. Is he about to claim his first title with SDPG? Well, he's going the right way about it. 126.889 for number 24, and we have got more lag, and that is the second time he's in it. We've got a red flag, everybody. We've got a red flag, chaps. Red flag for this one. Too much of the L word, which I'm not going to say because it's just rubbish. So yes, we'll call that one a session. Right, let's get dressed up then. There is a red flag there due to severe lag, and it's just rubbish. It's just tosh, really. There you go. There's a new word for you. I thought we fixed these issues. We just haven't. It's just rubbish. I mean, we tried. Right. Okay. Well, we'll try with qualifying. Let's see what happens here. We'll do. I tell you what. Actually, it's quite good. This like secretly, and I mean secretly, this is very good. This like we like it because it gets done quicker. See, that is very clever for Milestone. I rate that. We might have to try and grab a quick word with Ted, actually, see if he's okay with the injury. He might have... I mean, it didn't slow him down, did it, really? I'll say we'll see if we get a thumbs up from Ted. How's the injury, Ted? It's a bit of a delay, so I'm sure he'll give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down in a second. He's good. He's ready to go. He did that with a big smile, bless him. I wonder if he's getting an arm pump. Ooh, maybe a bit of arm pump. Ooh, we don't know. I'll tell you what. Maybe he did fall up the stairs. Who knows? Right, Superbike's qualifying session is up now. Lobby is up. Get yourself. Look at he taught. Honestly, you guys can't see this loading bit, but Dylan's always first in the lobby. Well, 95% of the time, he's always first in. It's just balmy. SDPG Balmy Army. I like that, actually. That has a good ring to it. Oh, I tell you what, we'll rhyme off some stats as well when we get into this one, ladies and gents. We've got stats. I mean, none of them are useful, but we've got stats. Deary me. Honestly, I've got screws loose. I do. Oh, ladies and gents, we've not said hello to him tonight. Andy Wagwan. Yes. So unfortunately, Andy's. He's not very well at the moment, ladies and gents. He's taken to the the vodka Ted Bulls. He's had quite a few of them today, so we need to just keep an eye on him. You might have to go to the vet. What do you reckon? No, you don't want to. All right, fair enough. Yes, Neil! Go on, son. There we are. Wagwan. Nice. So what we do is, well, we cover up the company because we don't want to get sued, but he's green. You can guess where he's come from. There we are. Right then, are we ready for the qualifying? No. Hey, Charlie! Wagwan! There we are. Right. Before I lose all the viewers, let's crack on then with qualifying for the SDPG British Superbikes in association with Exact Moves. So here we go then, ladies and gents. 4 riders keen to get out straight off the bat. And look at that. So here is my prediction. Oh dear mate, there's contact there between Dylan and Jamie, and Jamie's already tipped off. But my front row prediction is Dylan, Jamie and Ted in that order. Having seen what we've just seen in FP3, I could be wrong with that. I maybe get the correct people on the front row, but in what order? Who knows? So there we go. What do we all think to this new graphic, ladies and gents? I don't know if you can actually see that on the screen, or whether it's just being weird. But yeah, what do we all think to that? Is that a good addition? I think I may need to alter it for tomorrow, just give it slightly longer on screen. But yeah, there we go. That is our new feature. Right, so Dylan's tipped off. Who's going to be first to set a lap time there? Will it be Aaron on the Exact Moves Kawasaki? Of course it will. I would like to again. I said some lovely things about Aaron. Yet no, don't big yourself up, Seamus. But no, we rate Aaron very highly here at SDPG HQ. Oh, he tips off there going into Sheen Curve. That was a violent one. But he has done wonders on that Exact Moves Kawasaki. Kawasaki is very fast in a straight line. It's just getting it stopped at the other end that's not best for the Kawasaki. It doesn't turn brilliantly either, but Aaron seemed to make it work. The results just do not show what he has done this season. It's been fantastic. The only rider to finish every race as well is Aaron. Not had a podium yet, but these conditions could certainly throw up a spanner in the works. As Adam goes top, 127.511 for the number 4. Jamie there, we saw him tip off, clip the back of Dylan and Druids, and tipped off the RD Racing Yamaha. Then we've got Aaron in third and Jan in P4 at the moment. We've got Ted up towards the line now, 126.741 straight off the bat, and is already down to a pretty phenomenal pace. Yorkshire's top right then through Surtees. Like we say, final weekend for Dylan and the CS Autos Ducati team, as Charlie goes second now, 127.042 for the number 24. Like we said earlier, ladies and gents, going for the pathway title is Charlie. All he's got to do is finish ahead of Adam in race 1 to be crowned SDPG British Pathway Champion for Season 1. It's been a cracking. Charlie's done a very good job. At the start of the season, let's not forget, ladies and gents, it was Christian that was dominating all the headlines in the Pathway class. He was fighting at the front for wins overall. He was doing a phenomenal job. And then Christian's now just, well, disappeared. We don't know where the hell he's gone. So Charlie's taken over the mantle in Pathway, and he's doing a great job. As we can see, 2 tanks up again here for Charlie. Dylan was on a very quick lap, I did see. Let's get him up towards the line then. Yorkshire's top rank, your championship leader by 18 points. Over the line he goes, 127.222 for Dylan. Goes on to the front row of the grid. Jamie up to the line. He now goes third at 127.055. Adam goes quicker as well. 127.056 goes 1,000 to the seconds lower than Jamie on that occasion. The Northern Irishman in third and fourth at the moment. Let's get Aaron now up towards Druids, 127.891 for the Exact Moves Kawasaki. Down towards Graham Hill Bend then for the number 92. Well, let's go through the title then, ladies and gents. As we showed you earlier, the 3 title fighters, the only 3 that can win the championship are Dylan, Brett and Ted. This young man on screen, I say young man, he's getting old now, in his mid-20s, he's getting on a bit, can win the title. He is an outsider for this one. We'd say. We spoke to Ted. Oh, that's gone early there. Did he clip the grass there and took the front at Surtees? We're still on top. He's got 10 minutes to improve his lap time. He will have plenty of time to do a lap. But yes, I'll tell you what, let's just stick on Ted for a second, because for Ted to win the title, he's got to win all 3 races. That's pretty much it, really. We did speak to him, and his tactic going into this one would be risk it all in qualifying and see how he feels, and then maybe in the race he's got to go all out attack, hasn't he? He's just got to go all out attack as number 34, the Super 1. So we'll see what he can do. Let's give you some of Ted's stats then for the season. 7 wins, 17 podiums, only DNF'd in 2 races, and he's had a podium. Oh dear, we've got it again. We've got that again. What we'll do after this session is we'll restart the game. It's just being a bit funky at the moment. We'll just keep an eye on it, ladies and gents. We'll just keep an eye on that. But yes, Ted's podium percentage is 54.8% of all races finished. Ted has stood on the box, which is just phenomenal stats for the Super 1. But yes, he has got to win all 3 races. If Brett doesn't turn up, that may just hand the title to teammate Dylan, who has now gone to the top of the tyres. 126.691. Goes about 800ths faster than Super Ted, who is on a good lap. Jamie goes to the top now, 126.190. Bang! He has knocked that one out the park. Ted just narrowly improved. What a lap that is for Jamie on the RD Racing Yamaha. Let's give you some of Jamie's stats later, because these are... Adam up to second. Adam is now up to second, people. Go on, Adam. That's what we like to see. So Jamie's stats then is not had a win yet, so he'll be desperate to end the season on a high. But Jamie's had 9 podiums this season, 15 races finished. So of course, he didn't get into many races at the start of the season due to, well, technical issues, really. Ted's improved also there. Goes within 100th of Dylan on that lap. But Jamie's had 60% of all races finished. He has stood on the podium, in which is remarkable. And since he's missed over half the season, he's lying in 7th in the championship on 197 points, ladies and gents. So, it'll be interesting to see whether Jamie can get his first win tonight. Right, Adam in the box, and Dylan comes out of the pits. Ted through 30. And let's go for a rundown of the provisional order at the moment. We've got Jamie, Adam, and Dylan, your front row. That is one hell of a front row, with Super Ted, Charlie, and Aaron on row number 2, with Jan rounding out the order at the moment. Maybe just making some changes in the to the Eden Floor BMW Motorrad machine. That's currently P7. Let's get Jamie now over the line. Any improvements for him? No. Oh, yes, does narrowly improve on that lap. No improvement there for Adam. On that one, down through Paddock Hill Bend and up towards Druids then. So we've got 3 riders covered by, what's that, less than a tenth. Oh, this is incredible. Let's get Ted now in towards the Clark curve then. Let's see, what can Ted do? Up towards the line then. Can he get on that front row? Over the line he goes. He does go front row. 126.551 goes P2 on the leaderboard. Good lap that from Ted Bull himself. Oh, something like Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, but he's not quite got that famous yet. I've heard he's got an autograph signing at the Charlotte next week. That's what I've heard. Right. I'm so getting shouted at after this. Right, Adam. Fantastic performances from Adam on the older model of the BMW. Is Adam moving up to Eden Floor BMW Motorrad. Oh, first season 2. Was that Jamie and Adam both down there at Sheen Curve? I think it was. Unlucky that for those guys. Yorkshire's top right now, Dylan, through the final corner. Looks to be struggling a little bit here. On the power then, up towards the line for number 1. Oh yeah, he's struggling, isn't he? Goes top on a 125.853. What a lap from Yorkshire's top right then. And he does go provisional pole position on the CS Autos Ducati. Right, can Jamie respond? No, not on that lap. As Ted runs wide at 30s. He's a little bit off the pace at the moment. So he's going to have to just try and find a few tenths in that Yamaha. I'm sure he will, though. I am sure he will. Adam now up towards Druids then. Charlie's got to find 4 tenths to try and overhaul Adam. But with wet races, ladies and gents, anything can happen. And I mean, anything can happen. This is SDPG, this is esports, this is Brands Hatch, this is just brilliant. As down through Dingledale then. Up the other side goes Charlie in towards the Sheen Curve. Oh, runs a little bit wide. Charlie is very good in wet weather conditions, and I would, if it's a wet track, put some money on Charlie. That's all I'm going to say. Currently sat in P5 at the moment, so he will look to just try and improve that ever so slightly. But like we saw in the Ducatis, the more laps the riders do, the better feeling they get, the more understanding they've got for the tyres and how it's feeling, and the faster they will go. But over the line then for Charlie, any improvement on that lap? No, not on that occasion. Adam's just tipped off there at Sheen Curve. Ted now in towards the Clark Curve. Unfortunately not, Isaac. It will be a fully wet night tonight. Oh no, don't say that. Do not say that. Yes, there will be moisture in every session. Over the line then for Super Ted. Has he improved his time then? No, my apologies, not improved on that lap. Neither has Gamer Jamie on the RD Racing Yamaha. Down through Paddock Hill Bend, up towards Druids now, hard on the brakes for the number 86. Let's have a look then at Aaron and Jan. Let's give these guys some screen time. Aaron is now coming up towards Sector 3. Oh, he clips the curb at Sheen and down he goes. Jan's now coming up to Sector 2. Through that point he goes 10th and a half up. through sector 2 then of that. Nicely done there for Jan. That's right on board with the number 57 machine. Nicely done. Looking good here is Jan. Fantastic stuff on the big BMW. Using quite a bit of the road there. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's tidy from Jan. Let's get the next sector point up now. Oh, he's half a second up, ladies and gents. This is a good lap from Gianluca. And down towards the Clark curve. Then this will see him overhaul Aaron. Charlie keeps well out of the way. Through the Clark curve, then on the power for Jan. And over the line, let's see what happens here, Jan. He does go P6, 127.408. Good luck that from Gianluca. Right, Ted now in towards the Clark curve. Oh, he saved that on the curb. Well, 3.5 minutes for the riders to improve. At the moment, it is Dylan, Jamie and Ted, your front row, with Adam, Charlie and Jan row 2, and all pathway row 2. And then Aaron just rounding out the order for the time being. Nice done then for Ted, Jamie and Dylan through. Drew is then, oh, look at that front tyre for Jamie. The temperature is ramping up in that front wet tyre. In towards 30s then for Super Ted on the power. Onto the Grand Prix circuit. Got the big Ducati behind. Right, let's try and get all three of these riders to the sector point. Ready? Jamie, red. Ted, red. Oh, went the wrong way. I didn't see Dylan's sector point. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy, I heard you. Don't sing. This is a bad time to be doing karaoke, Seamus. This is a bad time. Right, down through Dingledale then goes Ted, Dylan and Jamie. Oh, I thought Jamie there clipped the grass, so he has now. Through the Sheen curve then on the power for Super Ted. He's off in this sector. Jamie keeps out of the way. Oh, Ted there keeps out of the way of Dylan. That won't have held him up too much. Down towards the Clark curve then. Oh, they got just over 2 minutes to go. And Dylan pulls into Gasoline Alley there. And we'll go and make some alterations to the CS Autos Ducati. 20 points to Hufflepuff. Over the line then for Gamer Jamie. And no improvement there for Jay. Right, so we've got Adam, Ted and Jan all circulating together. Over the line for Adam, 126.604. For Adam is his best lap at the moment, so he's not far behind Ted. So we'll see whether Adam can maybe try and gain maybe a tenth of a second and nip onto that front row of the grid. Tell you what, Jan will do well here if he can just stick in behind Adam. Let's get Adam up through sector 1. He's not far off his pace though, so Jan can just stick with him, might drag him along to a faster lap time. Doesn't look like anyone has improved since we last had a rundown of the times. Through 30s then on the power for Gianluca. Two BMWs, the slightly older version of Adam versus the newer version of Chat. Not far off either. So they're both within touch through sector 2. On the power and across towards Westfield then. Has Aaron improved? I don't think he has actually. Down through Dingledale then they go. In towards the Sheen curve. Oh, I tell you what, that was beautifully done from both of them. Into Sterling's then, 300s up. Here's Jan. Just couldn't see Adam's time there. As down towards the Clark curve for the Italian Stallion. Tiptree's finest, everybody. Tiptree's finest. There you are. Number 57 there, up towards the line. Let's see what he can do. 127.408 is his best lap. He does a 127.279. Gets closer to Charlie with that lap. And with that, we've got 20 seconds remaining of qualifying. Let's go for a rundown of the... Look at this. Here we go. 20 points to Gryffindor. And Dylan now is doing a practice start on the exit on the left-hand side of Graham Hill Bend. Are we ready? Let's listen. Nicely done. There we go. So, pole position will go to Dylan ahead of Gamer Jamie. And Ted will round out round number 1. I got it right, people. I predicted something correctly. That is the first and last time that'll ever happen on this channel. So Ted will round out round number 1. Adam, Charlie and Jan, row number 2 at all pathway. Row number 2 with Aaron rounding out the field. And look at that, Lags decided to play ball. Oh my goodness gracious. Play ball right at the end of the session. Ladies and gents, I will be restarting my game because that looks atrocious. And I didn't even put the checker flag out. There you go. See, they don't know. They don't know the session is finished. They do. Just to clarify, they do. Right, the whole field covered by 1.6 seconds again. This is ridiculous. Honestly, chaps. Fantastic work from you all there. And let's confirm those lapping times. So, Dylan, Jamie and Ted, row number uno. Adam, Charlie and Jan, row 2 with Adam rounding out the field. And Ted's just put up a brilliant point. It's the last Superbike qualifying. That's really sad. Right, I've just got to restart my game. And I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes. Hello, we are back. We're ready. We are absolutely raring to go. Let's get the timetable up. Let's get the timetable up for this. Let's see how we're doing on times. Oh my god, we are streaking ahead. We are absolutely flying high. This is good, good, good. Right, okay. I don't know if the stream has frozen, but on my screen it has. So I do apologise. Hope you can all hear me still. Lovely. Oh dear. Right. Something's happening. I don't know what's happening anymore. I just don't know. Someone send help. Lots of it. Right. Let's get qualifying up and running for the AMI Electric British Super Sport class. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Jan, will you grow up? Seriously? It's just so rude, honestly. Oh dear. Right. Hang on. Let me refresh. Well, thank you. That's probably for the best, that, to be fair. I know. I'm just great, aren't I? I'm so brilliant. It's fantastic. There's Dylan's testing out his new back scratcher. I would have thought with the money he's on from CS Auto's Ducati, he'd have someone to do it for him. A masseuse or something. Clearly not. Clearly not paying his wages enough. Right. 15 minutes. Oh dear, is it still? Oh, hey! There we go. There you are. Ah, terrifying. Deary me, Seamus. Right, okay. I don't know what to say, Dill, to be honest. What I've just said in there. Yeah. Thanks, mate. Right, let's get soup. Look at that, Ash. He's committed. He had food poisoning over the weekend. But he's ready to rock and roll for this one. Then we have got Super Sport qualifying on the way. AMI Electric Super Sport is on the way. Let's see then what have we got to tell you. What have we got to tell you is the fact that Scott and Neil are separated by 7 points. The battle for P2 is well and truly on for the silver medal in Super Sport for this season. Let's see, Scotland versus Northern Ireland. I tell you what, that's nice, Connor. It's not been all day, mate. Right, let's kick out any imposters and let's go into the next screen. Let's just bring you up. This is what I forgot to show you a little bit earlier on, ladies and gents. If you want to keep up to date with all the latest news from SDPG, this is how the news and round reviews, etc., will be brought to you from now on. We will be posting newspaper articles, these type of things, from, well, we've done our first lot last week. They'll be on the website www.sd.product.gaming.com. Go and check those out. There's some absolutely fantastic stuff. A lot of work has gone into those, so we are very proud to bring you something different, really, something that our competition is not doing, and that is good to hear. Right, well, I'll tell you what, I was going to say I'll meet in the middle, but I can't change the weather now, so, oh dear. Oh dear me. Right, let's have a look then. Everybody ready to rock and roll. We've got Ash back on the Suzuki's farewell ride with the team. Oh dear, the internet's not looking good here, people. It's not looking good. Oh dear. Oh dear. Thank you very much, Ash. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, everybody. It's Aaron, actually, so I do apologise. I get confused, honestly. I just keep seeing AZZ. It confuses me. I've got a simple mind. Sorry, Aaron. Thank you very much for your nice comments, mate. How do I get confused with Ash and Aaron? I don't know. I just do not know. There's just too many people in this community. I'm so sorry. Right, okay. We've got committed people. We're ready. Everyone wants to ride out in the rain. So it. Bosh. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. That is bad even for your standards, that, Jan. So if anyone's a Tottenham supporter, you'll like Jan. He's put his Tottenham shirt on. I don't know why you want to wear toilet paper, Jan, but hey ho, that's up to you, mate. That is up to you, son. Right, before I start slagging anyone off, let's go with Ami Electric's British Super Sport qualifying. Let's rock and roll. Right then, so we are here at a very moist Brands Hatch. Jan has thrown his toys out of the pram. Just whilst we were doing that intro, there was a lot of heat. There was a bit of a heated exchange. Oh, look at him. He's pointing to his Spurs logo. That is bad, isn't it? So that's my prediction then for this qualifying session. We've got Alfie on pole ahead of Connor, with Neil rounding out row number 1. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Oh, crikey. Right. There we are. So we'll just keep that. And you can't see that, can you, ladies and gents? What we're going to do. Right, so. Who have we lost from that? We lost 2. Yeah, we lost 2 people. Right, so there we are, ladies and gents. So Alfie, Connor and Neil is my prediction for the front row for this one. Then the final qualifying session then of the season is underway. Right, who's first out on the circuit then? Let's have a look. Oh my goodness gracious, it is Neil. Look at that, straight away. Here we go. So, like we've mentioned, ladies and gents, Neil and Scott covered by 7 points. Going into this round. Down into Graham Hill Bend then goes Neil. Needs to try and get one over Scott in this session. Let's see whether the number 88 KRP Racing Yamaha can do that, as Alfie there was very close to the back of Neil, but avoided him through Surtees. The final qualifying session then of the season. Look, Triumph's got some speed. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, that wasn't a good move. Oh, that was... Oof. Holy moly, Alfie did not leave Neil any room there, going in towards Hawthorne through Westfield. As down through Dingledale, up towards Sheen Curve. Goes, oh, there you go. Neil gives that back with interest. Jan thinks he's being all clever. I'm not saying what he's put, because he's just being absolute... Well, he's just being very immature. Childish, Jan. Childish. Grow up, son. Right, down towards the... down towards the clock. Neil's giving this to Alfie with both barrels here. Through the clearways then, up towards the line for the KRP Racing Yamaha. Triumph, 129.9, 129.9 for both of them there. Who's got... Oh, look at that. Scott goes second. George goes top on the MV. A 129.562. For the Ami Electrics MV Augusta. As you can see, you might just be able to see that on the back of his leathers. Let's get a better angle for you. Thank you there to the team for all their help for George this season. Oh, great nod that from George. Love that. From the number 17 machine. Moving up to Superbikes, let's not forget, ladies and gents, in Season 2 on the BSAC Racing Honda. Let's see what George can do in Season 2. Well, he's still got one more weekend of Supersport action to go before he can jump on the big Superbike down in towards Hawthorne. Then goes number 17 machine on the power. and across towards Westfield then. Let's have a look. Let's see, Jordan there coming up towards the line. Let's have a look. Over the line he goes. No improvement for Jordan Isaac there on the ISM Racing Honda. Had a very good run yesterday. Was inside that top 6 and looking pretty strong in free practice too in the wet. Let's see whether he can replicate that in this qualifying session. Runs a bit wide at Druids, but cuts it back nicely down towards Graham Hill. Liam now in towards the Clark curve. Good to have the number 44 machine back with us this weekend. Missed out on a few events recently due to the fact he's been working away. So it's good to have. Oh dear, what was that to Liam there? Just jumped straight in the pits. Yes, he did. Connor, now you're champion of Super Sport in Season 1. Gets a little bit wrong through the Sheen curve. Rejoins there and goes in towards Sterling's and down the hill and in towards the Clark curve then. So we've done 4 minutes this session already. That has absolutely flown by. Through the Clark curve then for Connor. Let's see what he can do. Up towards the line then for the number 1 APR Racing Honda. Over the line he goes at 1:30.278 for Connor. Maybe the wet conditions not suiting Connor's style. It won't slow him down though. I can guarantee now he will be on the podium in the race, even if he doesn't have a good qualifying. I can almost guarantee it. Right, here we go. We've got some movement at the top of the times. We've got Alfie on pole position, 128.556 for Alfie. Goes in a second faster than George there. That is a great lap. Scott also jumped onto the front row in P3. Right, who are we waiting for? Just waiting for a lap time from Liam, and then every rider will have set at least one flying lap. So we've got Alfie, George, and Scott too hot on that front row of the grid. George, Neil, Neil over the line. Neil goes second. 129.330 for the KRP Racing Yamaha. Good lap that from the number 88. Puts himself on the front row. That demotes title rival Scott on to the head of row number 2. Jordan there in P5. Connor in 6th at the moment. Let's get his next sector time. We're going a second faster. What time's it? 1:30.278. I'll tell you what, this will put him slap bang middle in the first row. Let's get our teeth in, Chambers, before let's get brain in gear, teeth in, and let's think before we start speaking. Up towards the line then for Connor Chameleon. Over the line he goes. 128.729 for the APR Racing Honda. Gets within a couple of tenths of Alfie there. George now up to third. 129.061 for the Ami Electrics MV Augusta rider. Still waiting for a lap time from Liam. Whereabouts is he on the circuit? Just going through Surtees now. Looks like we've got a problem for Liam. Let's go for a rundown of the order there with 6 minutes gone of this section. We've got Alfie on provisional pole ahead of Connor and George rounding out round 1. We've got Scotty, Too Hotty, Neil and Jordan. Scott has overhauled Neil there with that latest flying lap. Do apologise, we've lost Liam from this session, so Neil's on wheels is going to have to try and overcome the advantage that Scott has on him. I tell you what, if they start next to each other on the grid, I am going to be stoked. That is going to be fantastic to watch. But anyway, let's get Neil now down through Dingledale and up towards Sheen Curve. Through Sheen Curve he goes. Look at this, is a good lap from Neil. 4 tenths up at the moment, so this will see him into that high 128 bracket. Hello! Down into the Clark curve then. He goes. Well negotiated there from Neil's on wheels. The KRP Racing Yamaha. Is he going to go to the front row? He does indeed. 128.772. Gets very close to Connor then. That was a humongous accident for the number 88 machine. Holy mackerel. Whew, that looked a bit painful. As we get Connor now through the Clark curve and clearway section. Up towards the line. What time will he do here? 4.3. Nothing to shout about for Connor. Let's go for a rundown then of the order as things stand. So we've got Alfie, Connor and Neil, your provisional front row of the grid, with George, Jordan and Scotty Too Hotty then in P6 round out row number 2, with Isaac on the back row of the grid at the moment. So let's get Alfie now in towards 30s, keeps out of the way of Scotty Too Hotty then. He's on the HPR machine. A bit of a farewell livery, tribute, whatever you want to call it. Because Mason Roth, the bromance between Mason Roth and Scotty Too Hotty is coming to an end. But within the same team, holy mackerel, call it Melvin. That was a humongous moment for the number 5 there. He somehow got away with it. A bit of a tribute there to Mr. Nasser, as you can see with the helmet. You can get the gist. As down through. Dingle there then for Scott. Maybe a fresh pair of underwear is required for Scotland, as we get George now through the Clark curve. Should we ride on board with George for a minute? Let's do it then. And whilst we're looking at George there, 128.191. Sees the number 1 Connor Chameleon go top of the times. The APR Racing Honda is on provisional pole position with less than 6 minutes remaining. It's now over to Alfie to respond to that one. Alfie's had a very good start to live here at SDPG. Was on pole position at his first race and took a win in his first race, and then backed that up with the first race win at Donington. Then just dropped off a little bit for him for the remainder of the weekend. Now, speaking of dropping off, Neil has dropped off the KRP Racing Yamaha again at Paddock Hill Bend. Right, we'll keep an eye on Alfie then as through, excuse me, through Surtees and on the power for the number 23 machine. Oh, 2/10 up here is Alfie in towards Hawthorne then. We'll ride on board with him. Oh, just runs a little bit wide there on the... Oh, no, that's not too bad. Not too bad for Alfie. Look at this into Westfield. Down through Dingledale, up the other side. Oh, look at that. It's been a very tidy sector for Alfie then. Oh, this is going to challenge Connor, will it? Oh, it might do. We'll have a look. We will have a look then down towards... Excuse me, now towards the Clark curve for the number 23 of Alfie, GW Motorsport Triumph on the power and over towards the line. What's the time going to be? Oh, it's not enough for pole, but he does get close. 128.272, less than a tenth of a second. Covers the top 2 then. We've got 4 minutes to decide who is going to be on pole position for Supersport as Alfie tucks the front up at Druids there. And George goes down the inside and will go on. Oh, runs a bit wide there. There's George. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me, this has been one hell of a session. Right, whereabouts is Neil? Through Sterling's. Scott's not improved, though, in P6, so it's going to be... It's going to take a... I'll tell you what, Scott doesn't have to improve by much here. 10th and a half, and it'll be up the head of row number 2. Let's get Neil now. Down towards the line he goes. Time's done on 128.560, so he has got a bit closer to Connor and Alfie out front. At the moment, it's advantage Neil going into the racing tomorrow. Right, let's have a look then. Whereabouts is Connor? In towards the Clark curve he goes on the APR Racing Honda. Through the Clark curve on the power. Nicely done, not spinning it up. Gets the drive. Over the line he goes. What's the lap time going to be? 128.058. Goes even faster and will improve his lap time and pull further away from the chasing pack. Speaking of which, Alfie through the same section now. 3 minutes remaining of Ami Electric's British Supersport qualifying. Next up, ladies and gents, is the first race of the weekend, SDPG Academy Monster 1200 Cup. Will be the next session on track. And Alfie tucks the front there at Paddock Hill. Neil on a fresh lap. We've got George now in through Druids. He tucks the front at Druids though, and down he goes. Whereabouts is Scott on the circuit? Through Surtees he goes. Should be used to this weather, being a Scotsman. They don't mind a bit of moisture, do they, up there in Scotland land? Oh, I tell you what, 3/10 up then for Scotty Too Hotty. Through Hawthorne he goes now. So if we can keep this one going, this will put him at the head of row 2. If he gets the head of row 2, that will be pretty good for Scott. I mean, he won't be happy to be behind Neil, but he's not far away. Only a position behind his championship rival, so that's a-okay. Through the sheen curve then, on the power. And in towards Stones. Oh, he's lost a little bit of time there. 10th and a half up, though, is Scott. That will see him towards the head of row 2. Into the Clark curve then for the number 5, Scotty Too Hottie. Through the Clark curve then, using all the roads. Lovely stuff. Down towards the line then. What's it going to be? The number 5 goes. Oh, no improvement for Scott on that lap. So he lost it all in that final sector. Jordan goes 4th now, 128.927 for the power slide. Racing Suzuki, who has tipped off at Paddock Hill. Jordan's had a very good run today in the damp conditions. Let's have a look then. Whereabouts Alfie now in towards the final corner. Through the Clark curve then. Let's see what Alfie can do. Up towards the line for the GW Motorsport Triumph. No improvement then for Alfie. He'll get one more go at it. Up towards Druids then goes the number 23 machine. Looks good. That looks tidy. For Alfie then down in towards Graham Hill. First sector point up now. 700ths off through sector. Look at that. Just using the road perfectly. Oh, I tell you what. Inch perfect stuff there from the GW Motorsport Triumph rider. Onto the Grand Prix circuit he now goes. 30 seconds remaining of qualifying then for the Super Sport runners. So I'm going to keep an eye on Alfie. Oh, he's gained a fraction, but it's not enough. Through Hawthorne then he goes into Westfield. Oh, he's blown it at Westfield. And it looks like Connor will be on provisional pole position with the checker flag about to be shown for Super Sport riders. And there we go. Checker flag is now out and Alfie is done. Connor then will be on pole position ahead of Alfie with Neil on row number 1. So I sort of got them in the right, well, the right 3 people on the front row, just in the wrong. Oh, I tell you what, Neil could. I tell you what, let's keep an eye on this one, ladies and gents. Everyone behind Neil is done. Jordan, George, Scott and Isaac, those are the positions from 4th down to 7th. Let's see if Neil can get into P2 here. The KRP Racing Yamaha rider, where's this going to go? It would be a very big P2 if he could get it. Up towards the line. Oh, he misses out. No improvement there for Neil. And Scott will be breathing a sigh of relief seeing that. Well, there we go then. So that is your grid for tomorrow's first sprint race. We've got Connor, Alfie and Neil row number 1 with Jordan, George and Scott row number 2 with Isaac on the back row of the grid, and everyone else will be behind. Right then, that's it. That is all. Qualifying sessions done for the first season of the SDPG Academy, which will get rebranded into B-Set. We all know this. When we go with pre-season testing in a few weeks, actually, in a few weeks' time. Right, ladies and gents, are we ready? Our first bit of race action of the finale is about to get underway. 6 laps for the SDPG Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. We decided to change it on the grounds of, yeah, why not? So, so this is the postponed race from Alton Park. Let's see who is going to do the business in this one. Right, Ducati Monster riders, get yourselves in. Why am I trying to invite people? That's not a good idea. George is first in. Lovely stuff. So the grid order for this one. So these were the riders that qualified for the Ducatis at Alton Park. So it'd be Connor, Adam and Liam, row number 1, with Guy, Charlie and Jordan, row 2, and Scott and everyone else rounding out the order. So that is how things will look in this one. So we'll just give the riders another couple of minutes. I might not be free after this, Mason, but I can make some time next couple of days, buddy. I can make some time next couple of days. But yeah, give me a message and we'll arrange something, buddy. We will arrange something. Oh dear. What has happened? What has happened? Do apologise, ladies and gents. Now I've got some technical issues. Hope you can still hear me. Yeah, I don't know why. I think, yeah, something's just... Right. Dippier and Dippier are all talking about football. I can just hear that in my ears. We are back, ladies and gents. Apologies, and that's me getting shouted at. Look at that. See, they're so engrossed in conversation, they can't hear what I'm saying. Jan's talking about all the competitions that Spurs can't win. Sorry to all Spurs fans out there. Right, where is Connor? There he is. On a pole position. Adam in P2. Where's Liam? No Liam at the moment, so that would be Guy on row number 1. Guy's not here either, so that'll be Charlie on row number 1. Then we'll have Jordan. And then we'll have, where's Scott? There's Scott. Lovely. There we go. Don't know. No idea, Isaac. I think I've heard of it. Right. Yeah, we'll give you some light rain for this one. I'll be nice. I will be nice. Right then, ladies and gents, I'll be ready for the first race action of the weekend then. Let's see what's going to happen in this one. Where's the right scene? I don't know. I've lost it all. I've just, yeah, marbles and everything. Where's that actually gone? Hang on. Bear with. Oh, there we go. Found it now. Well, didn't take long. Right, SDPG Academy Monster 1200 Cup action. Race number 1 of the weekend is on the way next. Yo, we're back. Right, okay. So, as you can see, prediction on your screens now. We've got Connor, Adam, and Liam as the top 3. Well, Liam hasn't turned up for this one, so, well, third place is up for grabs. There we are. I'll tell you what, we'll replace Liam with Charlie. There we go. Oh, actually, no. I'll take that back. Jordan. Apologies, Charlie. Right. Okay. Let's hide that from... I'm hoping I've not ruined the Superbike because I've done a graphic if Charlie wins the championship. Pathway championship. There you go. Hopefully, I've remembered to hide it before... No, I probably haven't. Probably haven't. Right, so we're just waiting for Isaac to go for his nervous week. We could be waiting a while. As soon as he goes green, we will get going with... There we go. Right, he's back. That was back. Nothing else before anyone thinks anything. Right, okay, let's go with this one. No, press the right button, Seamus. Hey, there we go. Right, here we go then. Let's see how we get on with this one. We've got 7 fabulous riders about to take to the rather damp Brands Hatch circuit, and we're doing okay for time as well. Are we ready, ladies and gents? Now, water has got in the works. Red light's still not bloody working, and we are underway for this one then, the first racing action of the finale. And Adam gets a good start there, but so does Charlie in towards Paddock Hill Bend, and Charlie will take P1. Oh yes, he will. Barges his way to the front and takes the lead. Scotty Too Hotty now up into P2 on that one then. Oh, who the hell was that? That was Isaac. Isaac came in a smidgen like a wrecking ball. Scott now takes the lead. Very well, he's well adapted to these conditions, obviously being up in Scotland. Connor in P2 at the moment. Charlie in 3rd, Adam in 4th, Jordan in 5th, George in 6th, and Isaac came in like a Miley Cyrus at Druids. Only they took half the field out. He's now at the back. As through Surtees then goes Connor as he takes the lead from Scotty 200. That's right on board then with Scott. I tell you what, oh yeah, Scott's right on the back of Connor, then down towards Hawthorne they go. Oh my god, did you see that in the background? 4 abreast, no thank you. My ticker cannot keep up with that. As George gets bullied out of Hawthorne's there. Jordan up to 3rd. Adam getting close to the back. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, that looked a bit interesting. Yeah, we'll have a look at that one. I couldn't... It was just carnage. That's all it was. Just a bit of carnage. Right, through Sterling's then. let's not forget, ladies and gents, some of these riders are involved in the fight for P2 in the championship. Scott and Adam being two of those riders. So we'll see what they can do then. Round the clock curve they go to complete the first of 6 laps then. And over the line they go, over the timing line. There we are. Connor leads this one ahead. Scotty too hotty with Adam hot on his heels, even though it's not very warm out there. It's 16 degrees, quite pleasant. Charlie in P4, George in 5th. Isaac and John having a bit of a scrap here towards the lower end of the order. And over the line they go. Start lap number 2 as in towards Paddock Hill. Isaac's going for a move down the inside of Jordan. Oh, I tell you what, that got a bit up close and personal between the pair of them. Up towards Druids they go. Oh, Isaac's going for a long way back on Jordan. Oh, contact was made. Holy mackerel. That's all I am going to say on that one. Scott's dropped to P4 now. Charlie's up to 3rd. We'll go back to that one and just say, quite intriguing this battle. In towards 30 then. Isaac tries to tough it out round the outside. I'm sure Jordan will give it a little bit of a nudge. Down towards Hawthorne then goes the number 73 and 23. Let's get back to the front then. Let's see what's happening. So Connor leads ahead of Adam. Scott now up to P3 ahead of Charlie. George not too far behind. 2 seconds is the gap between 4th and 5th at this present moment. Oh, as George there gets it a bit loose on the curbs. Loosey-goosey. There we go. Right, let's have a look there. So Jordan has now just broke away from Isaac, who's doing a bit of grass tracking at Sheen Curve. Over the line then goes the number 1, our champion, 128.767, plays a 129.7 of Adam. Oh, Charlie's done a very quick lap time there. Oh, as George tips off then at Paddock Hill, tucks to the front at Paddock Hill Bend, and that will see him drop back from Charlie in this one. Lap 3 of 6 already. Let's not forget, ladies and gents, first Superbike race on the way after this. Contain yourself, calm, control, breathe. That's what we have to do there. Right, let's have a look. Well, have we got any battles? No, everyone's pretty well spread out at the moment. I'll tell you what, I'll just start doing. Should I do some beatboxing? No. In towards Hawthorne then goes Connor. Had so many wins this season. I think he's been off the podium. How many times? No, that's Supersport. I can't remember. He's not been off the podium very much in the Ducatis. I can say that. I'll tell you that for free. I will. I won't charge you for that information. Through Hawthorne then goes George on the number 93 machine. Took pole position earlier on for tomorrow's race. So we'll see what he can do tomorrow, but let's see what he can do with the rest of this one. We've still got 3 laps still to go of this one. Through Sterling's then goes Scotty too hotty down towards the clock curve they go. Connor still leading this one. Ahead of Adam with Scott there in P3. Looks like we've had a moment, excuse me, for George, who is now down to P6. Jordan up to 5th. As over the line they've gone as our leader, shall I say. Connor now down through Paddock Hill and up towards Druids he goes with Adam in P2. Scott there in P3. Good run this for Scotty too hotty as Adam runs a teeny bit wide there, taking a unique look. I tell you what, he's cut that back. He's made a V out of the corner. We like that. We do like that as Connor now. Why does Connor always look so smooth? Even when he's on the floor, he just looks like he's in control of everything. It's weird, isn't it? It's fantastic. He's very talented. Stepping up to Superbikes next season is Connor Chameleon. So we'll see what he will be able to do when we go with Superbikes and BSEC Season 2 in a bit. Or beyonder. A little bit later in the year. There we are. Right, as we get Adam now through Hawthorne. That gap's just staying around 2 seconds between 1st and 2nd. Through Westfield Bend goes Adam then. You can see Connor in the distance. It will just take one mistake though. It's very easy to make mistakes in the wet conditions. Obviously not as much grip as you would have in the dry. A good lap this from Adam though on a... Oh, I tell you what, that was close. I thought he was down there. I thought he was down there, but he's kept it rubber side down. Into the Clark curve then goes Adam. Of course, ladies and gents, this is the final weekend for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup, because after this they're going. We're getting rid of them. We're selling them all. No, we are replacing this class with the Ducati V2 Cup. If you caught our coverage of free practice yesterday, you will have seen the Ducati V2 Cup riders having a bit of a ride out in a little bit of a test session that we put on for them. And yeah, there's some very good times there. I think they were in the 24s actually. They were looking very quick in the dry. That was in the dry. Right, let's go back then to Jordan and George, who are having a bit of a scrap over P5 at the moment. Let's ride on board then with George. Who's that just up ahead? That is Charlie that's just up ahead. It looks like the top three are pretty safe now in that they're P3 positions. Thank you very much, Mason Rothwell. That information, a teeny tiny penalty for Charlie. That was very well put, Mason. I like that. Down in towards Hawthorne then. They go. Oh, I tell you what, they've really taken chunks out of Charlie on this lap, haven't they? Through Hawthorne they go. In towards Westfield then. Our leader's going through Sterling's now. Look at that. Oh, Jordan runs a bit wide there. Gets it let up on the curb. Holy moly. And into Sheet. Jordan will not give that one up without a fight. Great race in front of the pair of them. Down into Sterling's. Oh, Jordan there. Straight across the front of George. They both managed to stay on somehow. Into the Clark curve. Thank you for that, Mason. Very helpful. Right, here we go then. Oh, Charlie's made a mistake. That's promoted Jordan up to 4th. George 5th now. And Charlie drops to P6. Final lap then for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. Looks like Connor will take the win in this one. Adam, great job in P2. This will set himself up nicely for a good run in Superbikes, ladies and gents. This will be interesting to see how Adam gets on when we go with the Superbikes in about 5 minutes' time, ladies and gents. Oh, onto the Grand Prix circuit then goes Connor, down towards Hawthorne then, the number 1. Just looks on rails. Isaac has retired from this one then. Through Hawthorne then goes your champion. Into Westfield then. Lovely stuff, just using all the road. Oh! What that? Whoa, what on earth? Well, that Mason spot and everything. Yeah, so Charlie's penalty is now gone. What the? Oh my! Oh, was it a glitch? Brilliant. Yeah, that's lovely. That. Well done, Milestone. Great game. Right, down towards the Clark curve then goes our race winner. Connor is on his way to take another race win in the SDPG Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. He's done a fantastic job then. Connor weathers the storm and takes the win in race 1 in the Ducatis. Connor wins ahead of Adam. Great ride from the pair of them. And we'll get Scotty Too Hotty then rounding out the podium. P3 for Scott. Great ride from the number 5. Jordan and George have been scrapping most of the race, but Jordan will just about hang on to P4 ahead of George, with Charlie rounding out the order on that one. Wow, had no rear tyre left there, did Charlie? I wonder if he's had a bit of an issue. That could be something to look at. Wow, Charlie, what a lap there, mate. Look at that. That is unreal, that lap time. Speaking of laps, have you seen those times? Wow, that is impressive. Well, Connor takes the win ahead of Adam with Scotty Too Hotty in P3. Jordan in 4th, George in 5th, and Charlie with an unbelievable lap time in P6 there. Right. Oh, ladies and gents. I can't wait for this. I'm like a kid at Christmas. Andy, how are we feeling here, son? He's ready. He's prepared. He is as buzzing as I am. He's just told me he's had 12 vodka Ted Bulls today. That is ridiculous. You need to sort your life out, son. You need to sort yourself out. You're going to be famous one day. It's ridiculous. I do apologise. The lack of professionalism in this commentary box is not good enough. Right, okay. Now we've stopped talking about teddy bears. Let's crack on with with this one then. Let's get the Superbike lobby up. I'm actually quite nervous for them now. This is tense. Don't know what that face was, please. Right, I tell you what. Let's all lighten the mood. Let's all just calm down a minute. Let's calm down. Are we ready for a joke with Ted, everybody? Let's have a Ted joke. Superbike riders, your lobby is now up. Dylan will be first in here. Watch this. He'll be first in. Hey! Look, it's like I know him. It's just fantastic. Right, ready for it? Ready for Ted's joke, right? Oh dear, I can't. Look at that. I've already started laughing. I've not even said the joke yet. I may have to say this before the intro, just so then I can have a minute just to calm down. It's so bad, but so funny. Right, I'll tell you what. Let me just... Hang on a sec. Right, we'll get the grid order up, actually. That might be a good idea. Let's, yeah, I'll get the grid order up, ladies and gents. I'll be back with you in just a second. Or can I do it? Hang on. Tell you what. I can do this. I'm so pro. It is ridiculous how professional I am. Not. Is that the Superbike? Right. Give me a sec, people. Okay, right. Let's get this grid order set up then. Let's do this. Who have we got? Ah, Mason! Of course, Mason's here. Lovely stuff. Right, so we've got Dylan on pole position and a gamer Jamie in P2. Then we've got Super. This joke's so bad, it's just in my head. I can't. Oh dear. Yeah, I'll try and figure a way on how to just, yeah. Never mind. Right. Then we got Jan in P6. Then Mason Roth in P8. Mason's on the 2015 BM. Mason, he's got on the blade, mate. He's got on the blade. The blade. Oh dear, we're going imposters. Right, there we go. This joke, this is just... It's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. See, because I'm a father, I approve of this joke. Oh, I will tell you this by the end of the night. I promise. Right. Oh dear. Honestly, why is it so funny? Just say the joke. I'm like Jam. Can't say a joke without laughing. Right. Okay. An Englishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman walk into a bar. You would have thought one of them would have seen it. Right. There you go. That's the joke. Let's crack on. Let's crack on then. Let me find the right scene before I start absolutely wetting myself. SDPG British Superbikes, race 1, on the way next. Pirelli live tyre update. Wets. There we go. Right, okay. We will give you championship permutations, whatever, in a moment. But these are my predictions then for this one. We've got Dylan on top, Ted in second, and Charlie taking a P3. Well, we will see whether I am correct or incorrect, which probably will be incorrect, when we go with this one and once this is finished. Right, ladies and gents, this is crunch time then. The championship is hanging by a thread then. Dylan, 18 points in the lead. A no-show from Brett. If Dylan wins this one, well, the title will almost be certain going to Yorkshire's top rack. If he wins here, 43 points will be the lead. All he has to do is finish tomorrow, regardless of what anyone else does. What Ted has to do, win. It's pretty easy, really, when you say it like that. Right, okay. I hope you all got the joke, by the way. It was fantastic. I did need a second just to compose myself. Right. Are we ready? 3 races left then. 75 points left on the table, even though I didn't write them on the table. That's very unprofessional. Right, are we ready? Good. Here we go. Oh, let's pray. Let's all pray. Good luck, boys. Let's have it. Go big or go home. That's my motto. Never say that again, Seamus. Right. I'm actually tense for him. This is nerve-wracking stuff. Will Dylan be going to TVR, Team Valley Racing, BMW with that number 1 plate on? Will Ted be having the number 1 plate at Malted R5L Yamaha? Or will Brett somehow keep the number 1 plate at CS Autos Ducati? Well, We're going to be one step closer after this one because we're underway. And that's a good start from Yorkshire's top right there. Dylan takes the lead. Down into turn 1, gets the whole shot. Ted there, up to P2. Didn't look like around the outside of Dylan there. Down through Paddock Hill Bend. Where the hell had Dylan gone? Holy moly. Into, oh, tell you what, Jamie there barges his way through on Ted. And Jan's up there in 4th. Good start there from Jan as down in towards Graham Hill Bend then. For the first time asking Jamie, they're getting a bit aggressive there with Super Ted. Oh, I tell you what, this is nerve-wracking stuff. Through Surtees, then they go. Dylan already got the advantage. Jan's now up to 3rd place on the Enum4 BMW. Side by side there with Gamer Jamie down towards Hawthorne then. Hard on the brakes, are about to go. Oh, Jan and Jamie there make contact. And that has pushed Jan off the circuit. Oh, that was nerve-wracking stuff. Jan now towards the back of the field. Well, at the moment, Dylan leading this one, and he's one step closer towards the title. Oh my goodness! Dylan's crashed a sheet curve! Dylan's down! That now puts Ted into the lead, and if Ted wins this, no matter what Dylan does, he's still in the title fight going into tomorrow. That was dramatic. A long way to go in this one then. Gamer Jamie up to 2nd, Adam in 3rd. Aaron and Charlie, good start certainly from Aaron in P4 at the moment. Charlie in 5th. Look at Jan round the outside of Mason Roth. Over the line they go to start lap 2 of 10 then. Oh, Jan's going round the outside of Mason to get a Paddock. Yeah. Oh, he's hit Charlie. Down goes Jan at Paddock Hill Bend. That's promoted Dylan up another spot. Mason Roth there, looks like he's got a bit of an issue. Right, there we go. Oh, dearie me, what a first lap that was. Right, Ted leading this one ahead of Jamie. Adam in 3rd. Right, let's give you the pathway situation. If Charlie can finish ahead of Adam in this race, Charlie will be pathway champion going into tomorrow. There's a long way to go. Adam's very strong in the wet conditions, as he's proved so far tonight. Let's see whether Charlie can overhaul that advantage that Adam has got at the moment. I'm sure he will. He's a determined little character. Is Charlie, and Jamie has gone down then at Hawthorne. Dylan's made a move there past Mason Roth. There's a bit of a scrap going on here. Mason runs wide. Dylan back underneath and will retake P5. Oh, he's down again. Dylan's crashed again. Something's not right with this Ducati then. Through the sheet curve at the moment. This championship, oh my goodness. Right, let's just try and figure this out then. So if Ted wins, Dylan will gain 8 points. So that would be a oh dear. I'll try and do quick maths. Just bear with me. I'm gonna have to write this down. No, don't write it down. Just concentrate. Just concentrate. Right. So Ted will take 25. So what would the difference there be? That would be 17. So 17 points gained for Super Ted. If things stay the way they are. That's a bloody big if, I can tell you now. But Ted has 2.5 second advantage over Adam, so he doesn't have to do anything too silly here. Just needs to keep things simmered down. Just keep calm, keep focused, hit your points. Everything will be fine. Adam in P2, keeping the pathway title alive. Going into tomorrow, I'll tell you what, big shout out to Aaron on the Exact Moves Kawasaki, still in P4, not far behind these guys at the moment. So could Aaron be on for if Aaron gets a podium, I swear to God, this whole house will be woken up by how loud I will shout and scream, because I will be absolutely buzzing for Aaron. He so deserves it. The determination that he's had to stick with the Kawasaki, not whinged once about it, just got on with his business, persevered, and is doing a fantastic job. In P4 at the moment, got Jamie hunting him down though on the RD Racing Yamaha. Right, the battle of pathway then. Oh, Charlie's close now. 7/10 is the gap at the moment. We will keep an eye on Yorkshire's top right then. We'll keep an eye on Dylan's progress. He's now up to 7th, ladies and gents. Up to 7th. What has happened there? Charlie's gone straight to the back of Adam. And that did not look like an error from Charlie or Adam there. That could have been the L word. Well, Charlie now down to P5. And Aaron's onto the podium, ladies and gents. Aaron is onto the podium. Ted's down. Ted has hit the deck at Paddock Hill Bend. Oh, my goodness gracious me. The title fight, everyone's struggling in these conditions. These are not easy conditions. Adam is on his way now down towards Graham Hill Bend and leading this one. That 4 of 10 through Graham Hill Bend. Then goes the arcade BMW. Gets that a bit lively on the exit in towards. Oh, Aaron on the grass there in the back. Oh dear. Got the dreaded L word. Looks like we've had an issue there for Dylan. We'll just keep an eye on that. If we have to stop it, we will. May have just been a bit of a spike there. Yorkshire's top right there. Looks like he's struggling ever so slightly. It looks like Jamie went for a move there on Aaron, and that did not pay off for the RD Racing Yamaha. Look at that. Aaron's very good at the defensive riding there. Holding Jamie off for the time being. Down in towards Dingle through the Sheen curve. Then where will Jamie be able to make the pass? And that Kawasaki is a rocket ship on the straight. Looks like Ted's clawed a few tenths back there on Adam out front. Jamie seems to be cooking the front tyre. Let's have a look at everyone else's temperature on the front. Yeah, Mason Ross looks a little bit warm. Dylan's got a really warm rear tyre. That's a lot of wear for Yorkshire's top rack on the rear. Well, over the line they go then. That 5 of 10 through Paddock Hill Bend. Down through Paddock Hill up towards Druids then for Adam and Ted. Through Druids they go then. 6 tenths is the gap. Let's keep an eye on this battle. Oh, Jamie clatters into the back of Aaron on the exact moves Kawasaki. This is good from the number 92. Charlie's looming as well in the background, so he could play his part then in this one. I can tell you now, ladies and gents, every rider on the grid has had a podium this season apart from Aaron. I really hope he gets this. No disrespect to anyone else, I just really want Aaron to do it because he's just a determined character, like we say. Down in towards Hawthorne then. Look at that, he parks the bike so well, knows where to put the bike. Jamie can't do anything. I tell you what, this is fantastic. Oh, Jamie has a look there into Westfield, but Aaron just shuts the door and puts the lock on. Down through Dingledale then they go, up through the Sheen curve. Nicely done. So where will Jamie have to have a look? He's going to have a look maybe into the final corner, maybe up to Druids, somewhere like... Oh, he's got a great run there as Jamie using the curve. There is a bit of a berm. Let's ride on board then with the RD Racing Yamaha in towards the Clark curve and Clearway section then. Through Clearways down towards the line. And over the line then they go to start. Lap 6 and 10. Looks like there's been some problems for the CS Autos Ducati. Have Dylan a bit further back. Not made much progress. Still in P7 at the moment. It's Jamie down the inside of Aaron. Oh, I thought they've got to make contact. Jamie runs wide. And Aaron will just say, Aaron will just say, thank you very much. I think retakes the position. Right, out front. Ted is closing the gap down to Adam. Jamie's hit the deck then. Jamie has crashed at Graham Hill Bend. Oh my goodness gracious, is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? Come on, Aaron. He can do it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Right, back at the front then Adam. I can't stress this enough. Adam is doing a fantastic job out front. Just holding off Super Ted. Oh no, Aaron's gone down at Hawthorns. Oh no. Oh, contact there between Aaron and Jamie. No penalty. No penalty there. Aaron has slowed up and waited. Fair play. Oh, there's problems for Yorkshire's top right. He's down again. Ted's now got to take advantage. He's got to take advantage here. But where the hell do you pass the BMW? Because, like we said earlier on in the weekend, the Yamaha not too strong out the corners. And it's not the best on top speed. Let's see then what happens as through the Clark curve. Through Clearways then. This is not... Let's not write Dylan off here. Yes, it may not be the best results. All this is... Oh, Ted's got it wrong at Paddock Hill on lap 7 and 10. He's kept it up though. He has kept it up right. 3.6 seconds is the gap between Ted and Charlie, so he's okay at the moment. We're not saying Dylan's not going to lose the championship lead here. It's just not going to happen. As things stand, Ted will be 29 points behind Dylan in the championship. He should not feel disheartened. Yes, it's not good going into tomorrow in terms of momentum. Looks like Dill has now made a move on Jan, has he? Yes, he has. In towards Druids. That's another position gain. So it'll be 30 points now between Ted and Dylan if things stay the way they are. By no stretch of the imagination, it's not good for his chances tomorrow. He's certainly going to have to put in a good performance in the first race. He can still win it in race 1. If things go his way. Through Dingledale. I tell you what, if Ted wins this, he won't be far off Brett in the championship. He will not be far off. In towards Sterling's then on lap 7 of 10. Adam doing a fantastic job out front, and he's keeping the Pathway Championship alive, ladies and gents. But it will require Charlie to not turn up tomorrow for Adam to win this one. All he's going to gain 5 points on Charlie in the Pathway standings. It's looking very unlikely that Adam will take the title. It will need Charlie, like we said, not to turn up to both races tomorrow for Adam to win this. But it's still a strong showing. Right, now Ted's got the grit between his teeth at the moment and is hunting down the RK BMW down towards Graham Hill Bend. Then lap 8 of 10 through Graham Hill. Malted R5L Yamaha looking good. RK BMW looking very good out front them. Charlie in P3 at the moment, 6.2 seconds ahead of Jamie. This is good. This is good. Charlie just needs to stay there now. Take another podium. This will be his second podium of the season. Likewise Adam as well. Let's see whether he can hold it. Oh, I tell you what, Ted's closed a lot of ground there in towards Hawthorne. Right, we've got a scrap then out front in towards Westfield to go. It's right on board then with Super Ted. Down through Dingledell in towards the Sheen Curve. Oh, I thought Ted there maybe used a bit too much tarmac. No, he didn't. No, he has not. Right, through Sterling's then. And on the power down towards the Clark Curve. Adam got a great run there. Great drive. Out of Sterling's in towards the Clark Curve. Oh, Adam's down! Adam's took the front then at the Clark Curve. And that's put Charlie into the leader pathway. Oh, here we go then. Right. Now it's all heated up. Holy mother of God. Right. Oh, dearie me. I can't take much more of this. As things stand then, Charlie will win the Pathway title in this one. I think I may know what has happened to Yorkshire's top rack. I will not speculate. I'm not a speculator. I will get the information and I'll report back to you tomorrow with minus the sass. Yeah. Right. In towards Surtees, and these guys have got a hell of an advantage over P4. Aaron there, it was looking so good for the Exact Moves Kawasaki. It's just faded away at the moment. Well, down towards Hawthorne then. We are going to keep an eye on this battle. We'll keep an eye on the gap out front. We'll keep an eye on Dylan as well. Or just keep an eye on that leaderboard in general, just to see any movers on that leaderboard. But at the moment, we've got to keep an eye on the battle for Pathway. Excuse me, because it is Charlie. That is on course for the title then. At the moment, he got a second here in the rain at Brands Hatch GP when we came here all the way back in whenever it was. And let's see whether he can do it again. Oh, I'm so pleased for both of these riders. They've done a fantastic job. Oh, as Charlie runs a bit wide there through the Clark Curve. Jamie's made a mistake then a bit further back. Jan's now up to 6th. Dylan's still in 7th. Over the line then goes Charlie and Adam. Final lap time. As things stand, the gap will be 24 points between Ted and Dylan going into tomorrow. And I tell you what, we will do the calculations before we go off, ladies and gents, and we'll see whether that will be Ted into P2 in the championship. But we've got to keep an eye on this battle though, ladies and gents. We have to keep an eye on this one. In towards Surtees to go then for the final time. Adam's gone wide. Adam has crashed. Adam's down at Surtees. Oh, what a shame for the RK BMW rider. Well, Charlie now just got to keep it rubber side down for another half a lap, and he will have it. Dylan now up to P6. I'm fairly certain that is 25 points will be the gap going into tomorrow. We will do the calculations, ladies and gents. We will do it could be 24. I'll calculate it soon. Yeah, yeah. I think I've got that wrong. In towards Sterling's then for Super Ted. Well, is an outsider for the title, but with another 2 results like that, he could be champion at the end of play tomorrow. I will say, Super Ted has won this one, but ladies and gentlemen, your Pathway champion for Season 1, he's done it there. Charlie will take the title. Your Pathway champion is Charlie. Great result that from Charlie. Well done, Super Ted, on the race win. Adam will take P3. This championship is well and truly on for autumn as we go into the final day tomorrow. Aaron in P4. Great result that from Aaron. Mason Roth in P5. Dylan there will take P6 in this one. The CS Autos Ducati rider makes his feelings abundantly clear, but will take P6 ahead of Gamer Jamie, and Jan is now not quite the fastest moving pizza. Oh dear. Yes, there's yeah, quite a few unhappy people there. Okay, right, what we're going to do is we're going to get the pen and paper out, and we are going to see what the scores are saying. Please bear with me, ladies and gents. Just give me a couple of moments, because this will take all of my brain power, because I'm not very well equipped in the old brain cell department. Right, so Dylan was on 492. We don't need to add Brett's up because he's already on 474. How many? Where did Dylan finish? He finished P6. I've got right. Hang on. That is 10 points for Yorkshire's Top Rats. That is 502 points for him, plus 0 for Brett. 474. Ted. How many points was Ted on? 443. Right. Let's do some maths here. That's never good, is it? That's never good. Right. Plus 5. That's 8. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So that's yeah. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready, everybody? Dylan does still have a fairly healthy advantage in the title. Dylan leads ahead of Brett, who is still in P2. 28 points is the gap for Yorkshire's Top Rat going into tomorrow. Super Ted is only 6 points away from P2 in the standings. 34 points behind Dylan going into tomorrow. This championship is not all over, but it's just going to take one good result for Dylan tomorrow to take this title. That's still a huge amount of work for Brett and Ted tomorrow. But ladies and gents, as you can see it on our screen, I would just like to say a big well done to Charlie, who is our pathway champion. For this one then, fantastic. Well done, Charlie. Congratulations on your championship, my friend. You might as well not turn up tomorrow, mate. Just go to the beach. Just go to the beach each. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. Right, okay, Jan, we'll speak after, mate. Okie dokie, right. So, it's Ted that takes the win ahead of Charlie, with Adam rounding out the podium. Sorry, Ted, Charlie, Adam. There we go. I've messed that up. Aaron, we thought the podium was on, but P4. Good ride that from Aaron. Well done, Sunshine. Mason Roth in P5. Dylan in 6th. Jamie in 7th. And Jan rounding out the field. Oh, dearie me. Well, ladies and gents, I don't know what to say, actually, at this point. It's yeah. What can I say? It's still on, people. We've still got a... No, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say we've still got a three-way at the top of the standings. No. Nope. No. Okay, well, now I've made myself look like a bit of a prat. I think I am going to have to go very quickly. Thank you very much for your company, ladies and gents. We got one more day of action tomorrow. We go with the final race day of this season. What a season it has been, ladies and gents. I will be sharing some of my personal best moments and other stuff, really. 34 points between the top 3 in Superbikes. Dylan hasn't got much to do tomorrow, but it's still all to play for. It is still all to play for. Thank you very much, ladies and gents, for your company this evening. A big thank you also, we must mention them a bit more. Exact Moves, Ami Electrics, Malted, and also Sean at Ride Liveries. He's now not Ride 5 Liveries, he's now Ride Liveries. So Sean, I know you'll be watching this, mate. Thank you very much for all your support. Malted caps as well. If you want to buy one, please do, because then I'm going to get an A45 AMG. Bosh. Right, I'm going to go. So, see you in a bit.